I grew up with nothing. No trust fund, no parents who invested, no one in my family who even had a brokerage account. I figured all of this out on my own, and then I spent years working on Wall Street, watching up close how the people with real money actually think about it. What I saw was a gap. Everything I was learning on the inside, nobody was translating that for people on the outside. So that's what this channel is. Think of me as the older sibling who went and figured it out and is now coming back to share the map. Most people in their 20s know they should be investing, and most of them aren't, not because they're lazy, but because every explanation out there assumes you already have money and already know what you're doing. Real quick, before we get into it, this is educational content, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and your situation is unique to you. So use this as a starting point, not a prescription. Here's a stat that should bother you a little. The average American makes their first investment at age 27. Gen Z is actually doing better than that, closer to 20. But even so, a huge chunk of people in their 20s are sitting on the sidelines, waiting for some imaginary moment when they feel ready. The problem is that moment never really comes on its own. Life gets more expensive, rent goes up, a car breaks down, and investing keeps getting pushed to the back of the list. What makes this so frustrating is that time is the one thing that actually matters most in investing. Not how much money you start with, not how smart you are about the market, just time. And every year you wait is a year of compounding, and that's your money making money on top of itself that you never get back. So this video is about cutting through the noise and showing you that there's no magic number you need to hit before you can start. Whatever you have right now is enough to begin. So let's break this down, starting with the most important thing most people get wrong. The biggest lie in personal finance is that you need a lot of money to start investing. You don't, and the math actually proves it. Here's a simple example. Imagine two people. Person A starts investing $100 a month at age 22. Person B waits until they feel more financially comfortable and starts at 32 with $200 a month, double the amount. By the time they're both 62, person A has more money, significantly more. Because of compounding, where your returns earn their own returns over time, a decade's head start beats a larger contribution almost every single time. That's not motivational poster stuff. That's just how the math works. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'll start when I have more, what you're really doing is trading your most valuable asset, time, for a false sense of security. Starting with $50 a month at 23 is genuinely better than starting with $500 a month at 33. The earlier version of you is doing future you a massive favor. Okay, so let's say you're convinced you want to start. Here's exactly what that looks like in practice. First, figure out your account type. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, meaning they'll contribute money to match what you put in, that's your first stop. Always. A match is free money, and passing it up is one of the most expensive mistakes beginners make. If you don't have a 401k, or even if you do and you want to go further, open a Roth IRA. That stands for Individual Retirement Account, and the Roth version means you contribute money you've already paid taxes on. So when you withdraw it in retirement, it's completely tax-free. For most people in their 20s who are in a lower tax bracket right now, a Roth IRA is the single best investment account available to you. Second, pick a brokerage. Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard are the three most trusted names for beginners. All three have no account minimums to open. You can literally start with whatever's in your account. Third, choose what to invest in. For most beginners, a single index fund like one that tracks the S&P 500, which is basically the 500 largest US companies, is all you need to start. It's diversified by default, low cost, and has historically averaged around 10% annual returns over the long run. That's it. Account, brokerage, index fund, 3 steps. Here's where most beginners go wrong, and it's not what you'd expect. It's not picking the wrong stock. It's not timing the market wrong. It's stopping. Think about it this way. Imagine you're 24, you just set up your Roth IRA, you put in $50 your first month, and then the market drops 15%. Your account goes from $50 to $42, and your brain immediately says, this is a mistake. I knew it. I'm pulling out. That reaction is completely normal, and it's also the thing that destroys most beginner portfolios. Here's what experienced investors know that beginners don't. Market drop when you're young and just starting out is actually an opportunity. When prices go down, your monthly contribution buys more shares. So when the market eventually recovers, and historically it always has, you own more of it. The investors who come out ahead aren't the ones who predicted every market swing. They're the ones who kept contributing through the drops and didn't touch it. The technical term for this is dollar cost averaging, putting in a fixed amount on a regular schedule regardless of what the market's doing. It takes emotion out of the equation. You don't have to be smart about timing. You just have to be consistent. Set it up as an automatic transfer, same day, every month, and then genuinely try to forget about it. Okay, so let's bring this together. Here's exactly what to do after watching this video. 1, check if your employer offers a 401k match. If they do, contribute at least enough to get the full match before anything else. Go to your HR portal or email your HR department this week. 2, open a Roth IRA if you don't already have one. Fidelity and Schwab both let you open one in about 10 minutes with no minimum deposit. Do it from your phone tonight if you want. 3, pick one index fund and buy it. If you opened at Fidelity, FZROX is their zero-fee total market fund. At Schwab, look at SWTSX. At Vanguard, VTI. Any of these will do the job. Don't overthink it. 4, set up an automatic monthly contribution, even $25 or $50. The amount matters less than the consistency. Link your checking account and pick a date right after your paycheck hits. 5, leave it alone. Seriously, don't check it every day. The market will go up and down. That's normal. Your job is just to keep contributing. None of this has to be complicated. The hardest part is just starting. That's the part nobody tells you about investing in your 20s, and it's not about having the right amount of money or the perfect market conditions or some complicated strategy. It's about starting with what you have, staying consistent, and letting time do the heavy lifting. I spent years learning this the hard way, first on my own, then from the inside of an industry that doesn't exactly go out of its way to explain itself clearly. This channel exists to change that. If this helped, please let me know. I'm hoping to put out more videos like this, breaking down the stuff that actually matters for your financial life without the jargon and without the gatekeeping. And if there's something specific you want me to cover, a question you've had that nobody's given you a straight answer to, drop it in the comments. I will read all of them.